Okay. Good. Hello, everyone. It's your favorite programming error that just refused to be fixed, CodeErr, and welcome back to Minecraft. How about we don't waste too much time? I'm gonna hit up the single-player world. We're just gonna jump right in. No use wasting time. We have some stuff to do. I have a new build project on top of the Waifu Hotel project, thanks to Spinner's suggestion about me finally getting into some magic. Hello, Neon. Congrats on being first. Hello, hello. Happy to have you. Okay, first things first. Boom. Checking. No fishing rod. And wait, no, I did get one, but it's not enchanted. I got a fishing rod, but it wasn't enchanted. Well, at least I know fishing rods are possible. I still don't think I've gotten an enchanted book yet either. So that's tragic. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day. I do quickly want to check around if there was any mods that we added before that really jump out at me that I also want to double check. Man, remember when it was called the XP Obelisk? That reminds me, I think the Fruit Trees mod also had its name changed, but you know what? I don't have to go back and update names constantly just because they got changed later on. Anyway, I still have to write down some mod names, so let's do that. No, not Twilight Oak Sign. Oak Sign. Give me 2 of those. Oh, hi, Bones. Digging a hole, diggy, diggy hole. No, we're not digging today. At least I don't think we're gonna be digging. We might be digging later, maybe, depending on if we still need some resources. But I currently have no plans to go digging, sadly. Also, since last time was stream 75, I didn't even announce it yet, but we have a winner for the mod that's gonna get added for stream 80. The winner, to nobody's surprise, is Friends and Foes. So the Friends and Foes mod will get added for stream 80. So last time we added Modern Fix. And today, we're going back to... Wait, which one was the one that I added today? Ah, right. Youngs is back! Hooray! No digging in Minecraft, yeah, imagine that. Always those mods changing names. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, we have more of Young's better mods. We already had Young's better strongholds and Young's better mineshafts and other stuff and Young's better dungeons, I think. Now we have Young's better witch huts. So yeah. I already know it's something strong. Yes. But yeah, I think we're gonna be adding a few more of those. Foreshadowing, planning, revelation. Okay, so building, right? As per Spinner's suggestion, we are expanding upon the magic part of the library over here. So let's go. Hey, story? Ooh, I'm always looking forward to kitty stories. Speaking of, today, while you're still writing up your story, I'm gonna talk a little bit. Today I was outside going to I ate dinner with a few people from with a few family members. You know, yes, I know me going outside impossible, and yeah, as we were going, as I was in the parking lot, a beauty happened. Random cat came up and rubbed against me. I was in love immediately. Anyway, so basically that's the end of that story. I just wasted a little bit of time before being able to go home because I was busy with the cat before heading off. Thanks for the pats. Appreciate it. Okay, so that's 9. So this is the bare minimum size. And then we said we would make it like a little bit wider, but not too much wider. There we go. Ars Magica and Thumbcraft. That's quite a long list. That is quite a long list. Ars Magica too. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to look into some of those magic mods at some point. So again, I'm assuming that this distance will kind of work for this stuff as well. I assume this will work as well. Or does it have to be closer? Like, do these need to be moved in so it's more of a square? Like, can it have a 2-block gap? Or does it need like a 1-block gap for the pedestals? I don't know, I've never worked with the mod before. In any case, I'm gonna... How much wider? I think... 2 blocks wider in each direction? I think 2 blocks wider in each direction is pretty fair. There we go. So there we go. There's the story. Okay. There's a little 3D printed crystal dragon from a festival a while ago. Just now brought it in from my car. Fast forward to today. I'm grabbing a few things from said trunk. I decided to bring a little bit of the dragon. It might as well. It's properly pink pastel. Cute little painted eyes. Okay, I am imagining the picture. Does sound pretty nice, yeah. Alright, go on. Go on. Does the kitty love it? Is that how the story's gonna go? Alright, I'm just gonna assume I can make it the exact same way, because Spinner has not told me that it doesn't work with the 2-block gap, so I'm gonna assume it works with the 2-block gap as well, and I can just copy the magic circle 1 for 1. You from the dead decides to come visit me like he usually does. Freezes! Oh no! Oh no, too spoopy. Was it too spoopy for the kitty? Oh no. Scary. But yeah, it's adorable. He's bringing up a guy, lots of trees, was bravery. Very brave kitty, but I mean, come on, just adding such a scary, it's just like, it's such a scary object to your room suddenly. I mean, of course, one would be freaked out, obviously. Was it real? Aww. Aww. Wait, do I have the... I don't have rounded corners in here, okay. Went 2 over and then there was the corner, right? That won't work here because if I go 2 over, then we're on this one. I guess it's fine if it's a little bit, you know, off. I'll make it work. Okay, let's switch to the stuff. Should be fine? Okay. Then I'll build it exactly like that. The thing is, I don't have enough source gems, I think. Okay, but if I have one source gem, I can turn lapis into more source gems. Is what it's telling me. In an imbuement chamber. Okay, that's craftable, no problem. Not forgetting about it. Well, hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully it'll be fine now. Hopefully everything will be a-okay. I'll jump down there and get everything in a second. Let me place everything first. And then jump down and collect everything all at once. There we go. And now to get back up, okay, so that's that. Let's fill these blocks in. Okay, that works. Hi, Deadly! How is it going? You still upset over what I did with Sayori? Hang on, though. There was a good reason for that. Hang on. I am happy that you're alive. Definitely. Pretty good, and yes. But I can do this now! I wouldn't have been able to do this. I mean, to be fair, I went a bit far with the whole, you know... I could have just killed her the normal way, but I did go a bit far by making sure to grab a lead and getting her all hung up and then beating her up like a piñata. But, I mean, again, I can... Gotta get the norms because Sayori has a lot of health, apparently. It was very much necessary so I could turn into her. And you know it's real because I even have the name tag, apparently. Whoops, that was one too many. But yeah, glad to know you're alive. What have you been up to? How's life treating you? How's life been treating you? Hopefully things are going relatively well. Let's see. Got gotta do this so I can place stairs here. Oh no, the gacha theme! Who triggered the gacha rolls? Oh no, the trauma is very much alive. Sorry, that was... Of course it was. Going for max anarchy. I mean, I'm just glad I have anarchy. Because let's face it, there was a decent chance I would not get her. But luckily enough, I do have every character in the game now. There we go. Okay, I know this track is from a certain Hoyo game, so to say. But why does it kind of remind me of the investigation theme from Danganronpa? Specifically, I think DR2. A little bit. It has a similar kind of vibe to it, right? Please tell me it's not just me. And that's just one higher. Got it. DR. You would have guessed DR. Well, again, it is a fair guess. Honestly, I don't think there are many Danganronpa tracks in the playlist, are there? I mean, there's Monokuma's and Monomi's theme, I think. Any others? Or is that kinda it? No, I didn't do anything interesting in the corners, okay. Okay, now the feel changed a bit. Okay, so that's just like this. Again, trying to figure out how I built everything. Anniversary, the place will be full. Maybe! Spinne, can you confirm? When the anniversary hits, will you add a ton of Danganronpa tracks? Again, I'm still curious, because it does seem like there's gonna be some kind of announcement for the anniversary, and people are theorizing. There are many people theorizing that it could be a Dead by Daylight collab. Because again, they do have new survivors and a new killer scheduled for the same month where the anniversary is. No. I heard yes. Okay. And then again it just goes over one further. So it was like this. And then just slab ceiling on top, right? Yes. Okay. Can do. I only finished the R1 and no other Kodaka game. It's still gonna be hype. Again, theories. Well, you can make many theories as to what it might be. As I said, some people were saying the DBD collab. Some people were saying it could be maybe a remake of DR1. After all, you know, just why wouldn't they go back to the beginning? It's definitely not gonna be a new DR game. It's not gonna be a new, fully new Danganronpa game. We know it's not gonna be that. That is the only thing we can say for sure. Because Kodaka has said that he is, for the time being, done with the franchise, and while he's open to coming back to it, eventually I don't think he'd be coming back this soon. I really don't think he'd be coming back to it this soon. After just saying he's done with it. Okay, new room done. Yeah, there's a few things I need to make now. Honestly, I'm glad that room didn't take too long. To be fair, I was just basically copying the design of already existing rooms and stretching it out a bit more. After your stream, because then I have to wait a week. Is that why it's funny? Okay, let's see. Actually, hang on. Just give me a stack. Alright, so I need an imbuement chamber. And that's the advancement of the day, hooray. I'll make a second one so I can immediately drop that into the thingy. Then I did say I would make archwood chests. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me make a few. There we go, that's 4 double chests. And 1 more to put into storage. Okay. Then how do I make the pedestal thingy? There's source stone. Which I can make with a source gem and any rock. Okay. How many source gems do I have? Nine of them. Okay, I can work with this. I can work with this. And then that needs golden nuggets again, okay. Arcane pedestal. Let's make 4. which should be plenty. Okay, put that in here. Put that in here. Let's grab some. Actually, let me check. Amethyst is 32. How much is lapis? Okay, amethyst is way cheaper. I'll use that. Obviously. Alright, and how do I make the, I was on the second page, right? The table thingy. No? Ah, there it is. Scribes table. Okay, stripped. Okay, it doesn't have to be stripped. 2 gold nuggets, 3 arcwood slabs. Wait, how? I already forgot. 2 of them. There we go. Slabs. Scribes table. Take that back. Okay. Progress. Let's begin the tests. So an imbuement chamber in the middle. So all I would need is 1 source gem and an amethyst shard. Okay! It's doing it. It's working. Okay, first thing first, I should definitely, you know, make more source gems. I'm gonna need more so I can fill this place up with pedestals accordingly. In the meantime... Wait. Oh. Okay, that'll do for the time being, I think. Source links to increase the source gain. Source links. Is there a basic source link? Or do they all do the same thing and it's just a design/recipe difference? And volcanic source link? But that can be dangerous. Okay, I see. Okay. So is this like the safest but most inefficient one? Because I don't see how this one could backfire. What about the Vitalic one? It's done. Next. Anyway, so I need 4 more. 4 more pedestals. Maybe 5, considering some recipes need a pedestal in the middle, right? I think so. Harper! Harper the Star God, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. How's it going, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. What were you up to? Were you also playing Minecraft or were you doing something else? Please do enlighten me. But also, if you got a raid and run, totally understandable. Sometimes you're just exhausted from streaming. But anyone who's willing to stay, hi, hello, I'm Code. I play a few different games, but a lot of Minecraft recently. Yeah, I just started getting into Ars Nouveau. I basically just completed setting up this room, so I have very little experience with this mod, but I'm gonna try my best here to get started on it. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day. And hello Gabe as well, by the way. And this is project Roblox before raiding. Ah, I see, I see. Well, I hope you had a lot of fun with that. I hope you had a lot of fun. So, what made you choose me? I assume you were just looking for random streamers that looked like they could be somewhat friendly. I hope so. I hope I seem somewhat friendly. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab one more source gem and then we should be good to go down and craft the remaining 4 pedestals. Tree growth, alchemical consumes potions from adjacent potion jars, and still needs food. I see, okay. I'm starting to understand. Since I have a farm, makes sense. Following for a while and remembered you were pretty friendly. Easily interacted. Ah, username change. That would explain why I don't recognize you. Well, happy to have you back around in that case. It's a Homestuck fan game, I see. Interesting. Speaking of Homestuck, did anyone see the trailer for the animated pilot? I think it's pretty interesting. And that's coming from someone who has very little exposure to Homestuck. Oh, right, I can't type eyes. Oh my god, diorite is gonna be... Let's just grab granite then. At least that one I can type. Didn't even know that it was a thing. Well, it is gonna be a thing. What's the dumb drama surrounding it? It got me into Homestuck. Well, that's one way to get into it, I guess. Yeah, I don't understand the drama around it, like, in the slightest. Some people just want to clown on Vivcy because... Pretty sure from what I know, Vivcy handles critiques very unprofessionally, and people hate that her shows have so much swearing. And that is why people are very concerned about Homestuck, I guess, about the pilot and things. I don't think that should be too much of a problem, though, most likely. See the Silk Song trailer? I did, but as someone who, you know, hasn't actually played Hollow Knight, I can't exactly say that I'm gonna be, like, the most hyped person, but I am happy that it's finally coming out for everyone who's been waiting for so long. Because let's face it, yeah, it has been forever. Alright, let's finish this off. Boom. 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 Done. There we go. New magic circle completed. Next up on the agenda, I think the tree is finished, so I should activate it. Whether Homestuck can even work in any other medium. Fair, I've heard that that's gonna be a bit of a potential issue. You're changing the Homestuck cannon. Yeah, it shouldn't be changing anything, absolutely. Yep, there it is. Let's activate it real quick. Boop. Yeah, it's already doing things. It's already working wonders. Just a little bit more around the corner so that I can immediately deactivate it again. There's just a little bit more purple around here. Okay, and perfect. We have proper liquids now. That didn't take too long at all now, did it? Beautiful. Yeah, this is starting to look like a proper, like, reception area, slowly but surely. Looks like I can work in any medium. I see many fanfiction that got me hooked. Never that long. So I have no fear about Homestuck will end up in an animated format. We'll just have to wait and see. For now, it's just confirmed to be a pilot. We'll have to see how good the pilot is, and maybe it will turn into a full-on animated series. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. I'm happy we already got our advancement of the day. That didn't take too long now, did it? I do have to say we are gonna have to go out and explore more, obviously. And also, I've made an amazing discovery that I can't believe I didn't think of before. You know, I keep saying, oh, but I'm gonna have to go back to spawn constantly because if I wanna, because either that or I have to build portals when I'm going out. Well, I just figured something out. Why don't I just have a waystone that I constantly keep on me for each dimension and just name them the names of the dimension? And then when I'm exploring a dimension, I'm like, okay, time to place the waystone, go into my home base, and then, okay, time to teleport to a waystone. Which dimension do I want to explore? Let's go to the nether, and then from the nether, I can keep going from where I left off, and I don't constantly have to go back to spawn. That is a much smarter solution than having to constantly build portals or go back to spawn. And I can't believe it took me this long to think of that solution. So I should probably get to work on stuff like that whenever I want to go to another dimension. For now, though, I am stuck in the overworld anyway. Also, I think I want my main one to just be called home instead of home base. I don't know, home base makes it sound so... I don't know. So let's see, how do I rename? There we go. Just home. Home, world spawn. I guess it's good to have one at the stronghold still. And this one I will definitely break. This one I will definitely break and take with me. As like an extra thingy. No way! We have animals in here! Since when can animals spawn in here? That has never happened up until now. And it's basically like... And that's basically mobs from anywhere. These things are from the Twilight Forest. You are from the overworld. Why do we have mobs from both the Twilight Forest and overworld spawning in here? This shouldn't be possible. It wasn't possible up until now. Where did they suddenly come from? How? Oh my god, I just realized. The biome change. The biome change from here affected this area. Which means that passive mobs can now spawn in. I'm gonna get rid of you because I don't want, you know, random drops to pop up. But I will keep the passive mobs around that don't do anything anyway. Like the squirrel or the bird. Since they're just ambient mobs. That's interesting. I didn't even consider that up until now. Huh. How very intriguing. Anyway, so source is basically to just speed up the processes for Ars Nouveau, right? I should consider what else I can make. Let's think about it. Alright, I can make these saplings. Either with manipulation essence or with an echo shard. You know, echo shards would actually be cheaper because I can just make them with EMC. So this is not entirely needed. Weaves, huh? A repository? What's a repository for? A void prism. Obsidian around a spell prism. Again, not sure what any of these things are. An alteration table, what's that? Which needs a scribe's table and mage bloom fiber. And we have a bunch of different spells here. Make a book. Like the Honkai Impact 3rd? Will you now? Interesting. I assume by make a book, I know exactly what you want. You want me to make a novice spell book? Because I can just pull that out from here. If that's what you want me to make. Oh, right. Also, I'm gonna have to do something real quick. Actually, first things first, I would like to get some safety measures in here. Not like it's gonna be absolutely necessary. Because there's passive lighting in this dimension anyway, so there shouldn't be any threats, but, you know, just in case. Wow, already got a song repeat. That didn't take too long. Yeah, let's use those. I've decided. Prismarine shard and crystals. Sea lantern. What else is there? I guess I'll make some of this. I already have prismarine bricks. I'm about to learn sea lantern. Regular prismarine I don't have yet. Dark prismarine, which I can't make yet either. Except, hang on. Oh, right, I can't type ink. Yeah, let's make some prismarine. Dark prismarine. There we go. Actually, I know exactly how much I need, so there. Let's see. Again, this is a safety measure that I do not think is necessary. But I guess it doesn't hurt. And if you want to know why I took that extra safety measure, well... There we go. Allow hostile mob spawning. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about the fact that we have mobs spawning in here now. Frame 1 creeper spawn, imagine. This feels weird. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Spawning. It'll make problems. It shouldn't happen, because the only place where stuff can spawn is this central area. Not even, it can only just spawn in a small radius around the entry point. That is all that's affected by that change. Which is why I went like the extra step, okay, I might as well make a small safety measure here. The reason I turned it on is simply because that small change will allow me to do summons here. As long as I summon stuff in this area, it'll now work. That's why that change was absolutely necessary. Now, what? I'm trying to use my brain right now and it's not working. Don't have... Right, you said I could already upgrade it. That's what you said, right? So I might as well. to a major spellbook. Oh yeah, I can upgrade it. Obsidian, 3 diamond, 2 blocks of quartz, 2 blaze rods. Will do. Will do. So, 3 diamonds was it? Obsidian. 2 blaze rods. Let me grab some of that for ammunition purposes. Anything else I'm missing? Right, 2 quartz blocks. There we go. Might even be able to max it out. Even better. Major spellbook. Major spellbook, that's a new advancement. Oh god, I'm just gonna rush through advancements if I go through this, huh? Oh, hang on. Also, this is convertible into EMC. But the next one is not convertible, probably because it needs source gems, right? No, it's because it needs a wild and tribute. Okay, yeah, that isn't happening. Anyway, so now I need to interact with the table, you said, right? Like that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Break. Projectile. A spell you start with sounds a projectile that applies spell effects when this projectile hits a target or block. Sensitive will allow projectiles to break plants or other materials that do not block motion. Okay. So what else do I have? Self. A spell you start with applies spells on the caster. Touch applies spells at the blocker entity that is targeted. Break. A spell you start with breaks blocks of an average hardness. Can be amplified to increase the harvest level. Sensitive will simulate breaking blocks with shears instead of a pickaxe. Harm. A spell you start with damages a target. Maybe increased by amplify or applies the poison debuff when using extended time. Note, multiple harms without a delay will not apply due to invincibility on hit. Okay. So basically I can say projectile harm, for example. And I have a few more glyphs, I think. Can I just... How do I just bring them to the table to unlock them? No, didn't I have? I thought I had some glyphs somewhere. Why did I think I had some? Some part of my brain thought I had some of them. But now that I'm looking, I don't. Or is it this stuff? Hang on. No, it doesn't find it if I type in glow trap. I don't even know what this is from. I assume it's from Ars Nouveau. Oh, they're pre-made magic. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, so I can make a spell. So basically I just combine... I could make a self-harm spell. Wouldn't that be fun? But I also need levels for it. Yes, I know that I already have them, but it says levels required, so Oh, I thought levels required means that I still have to use levels to actually, you know, put them together. That's what I thought. So basically to unlock them, I need to get these materials and use 3 levels, and then I'll have it unlocked. Is that correct? Got it. So if I grab 3 levels, as well as a pressure plate and iron boots, then I can get underfoot. Okay, maybe I should just start unlocking stuff then, right? I feel like it's most efficient to just start unlocking stuff at this point. So let's start gathering materials. 2 pink carpets. Okay, there's gonna be some random stuff here. Okay. 2 clocks. Redstone block. Glowstone dust. Okay, let's just grab some stuff. The more I unlock, the better. Stone block. Glowstone dust. 2 clocks. Oh, right. 2 pink carpet. Iron boots. Oh, right. I keep exiting out because I keep wanting to type in an I. And then a pressure plate. Okay. There's also one that needed a poppy. And a scaffolding, which I don't think I have in here yet. How do I make a scaffolding again? String and bamboo. Okay. And string. Nice. Keep one on me, put the others in here. Okay, let's go up. Should be able to make a few things now. Let's do this slowly because I don't know if it consumes stuff efficiently. Okay. So let's unlock Underfoot. Targets the spell on the block beneath the player. Sure. Unlock. How do I... Okay, it's selected. Do I click it again? Oh no, click select. Toss items as they appear to complete crafting. Okay, so toss. Okay, so that's... Okay, that's... Nice. They get fancy with the animation. You have not unlocked this glyph. So do I just... How do I use it? Do I right click with it? How do I use it? I assume I just right click. Unlocked underfoot. Okay, so that is how it works. Nice. Okay, then let's get to work. Let's get to work. Okay, I want to see if it uses levels efficiently here, so let's select this. It does use levels efficiently, okay. Good. That means how use it, yellow are amplifiers, and green are various different things the spell will do. Okay. Ow. Hi, Epic Fire, how's it going? Not playing Undertale, he's playing Underfoot. Yes. We're playing Underfoot now. Duration down. Sure. Look at me go! I'm unlocking everything! Sup everyone? Nothing much. I'm learning how to magic. Sensitive. Sense the time a spell lasts, including reduces the duration of spells like potion effects delay, or something than others. Sensitive. Causes forms to target blocks they normally cannot target. Projectile and orbit will target grass. Touch will target fluids and air. Changes targeting rules of certain effects. Sure. Sensitive. It has been a while, I guess. Magic. And I can also still unlock the randomized thingy. It's projectile, harm. That will also take a lot of mana. That does sound like it would get rid of all of my mana immediately. Only deals 1 damage. Okay, got it. I mean, it's a very basic spell, so obviously it wouldn't do much. Randomize. Randomize the behavior of some glyphs. If used with spells like place block and exchange, will randomize the block that is placed between the blocks in your hotbar. So basically what the trowel does is what you're saying. Okay, unlocked randomize. Let's see, what else do I need to work for? Extract. Applies a silk touch effect to break and causes explosion not to destroy blocks that dropped. See, that would have been good to know for mining dungeon materials. Extract is super useful. Orbit. Summons 3 orbiting projectiles around the caster that will cast a spell on any entity it may hit. Additional projectiles, their speed, radius, and duration may be augmented. Sensitive will cause orbit to hit blocks. Projectile, launch, delay, here, damage cliff, I think. We'll see. Amplify. Additively increases the power of most spell effects, can increase the harvest level of break, and increases the damage of spells. Okay, so let's work on some of this stuff, I guess. Accelerate increases the speed of projectile spells. Dampen decreases the power of most spells. Decelerate decreases the speed. Pierce. When applied to projectile spell, projectiles may continue through their path an additional time after hitting a mobile block, causes certain effects to also target the block behind them, like break, combines with AoE to provide depth. Okay. There's a launch. In air, and then one that does damage to airborne foes. That does sound like an interesting combo. Some of them are tier 2 spells. I do have tier 2. I was able to make tier 2 basically instantly. I can't make tier 3 or higher yet because that needs non-vanilla materials. Okay, let's see how much of that stuff I can make. So, diamond pickaxe, emerald, compass, blaze rod, ender eye. Oh, that's tier 3 actually. I can't even use that yet. So I should probably not... I mean, I can unlock it, but I can't use it, I assume, right? Like, I could already unlock this, just not use it? Or do I have to have the right book to even unlock it in the first place? Still unlock it. Okay, in that case, I might as well unlock what I can. Blocks. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Well, let's see what I can do. Two clocks. Soul sand. Sugar. No. There we go. Powered rail. There we go. Pickaxe. An emerald. Alright. Compass. A blaze rod. And an Eye of Ender. Okay, that's the next batch of spell components to unlock. And I assume anything like unlocks are tied to the player, right? Rather than the book. So if actually I can easily check that in here. Because it should tell me if I have it unlocked or not. Yep, it's tied to the player. Okay, good. So all these unlocks will be helpful for later on. Wait, I need levels. Okay. Orbit. Select. Unlocked orbit. Amplify. Select. Then accelerate. Select. Look at me go! I'm a magic caster. Well, I haven't casted anything yet, but I am learning, okay? Decelerate. And extract. That's a really important one. Okay. Need to craft a firework star because I definitely haven't made any of those yet. Conjure mage light. If cast on a block, a permanent light source is created. May be amplified up to glowstone brightness or dampened for a lower light level. When cast on yourself, you will receive night vision. When cast on other entities, they will receive night vision and glowing. Okay, so torch and lantern. Mage block, that's just any glass type, I think. Creates temporary block that will disappear after a short time. Amplify will cause the block to be permanent. Spelling. Okay, the playlist has gone back to the same song for the 3rd time. I'm gonna exit out and play a different track. Manually. Just jump to a random spot in the playlist, 538. Okay, so let's see if I can get some of this stuff. So that's another brick. Eight glass. A torch and a lantern. A crafting table opens the crafting menu. Okay. Let's get to work on this stuff. Arrow. I know I have one of those thingies. In fact, I know I have multiple. Yep. Crafting table. I have torches. I think I'll just use one I already have. Actually, what I'll do is fill up. There we go. A lantern, please and thank you. Another brick. There we go. Might be able to summon Wilden. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I have plenty of materials to go. Okay. That. What else was there? I'll look for summon Wilden when I'm up there again. Actually, can I check what I need for stuff here? I can. Okay. How do you make a firework star again? It doesn't tell me if I look at it here. Okay, I can't look up how to make a firework. Okay, sure enough. Why is the playlist? Anyway. Summon undead. Oh, can't afford that yet. Sense magic. Nope. Nope. Working on it. Flare. Nope. Nope. Fishing rod. I can make the pole one. Pick up 2 hoppers, which I haven't learned yet, so I'll have to make that real quick. Never shown in J, gunpowder and dye, right. Let me make 2 hoppers real quick. Should have made a 3rd one to toss in. Why the fuck is... Look at the signs, idiot. There it is. take that back. Let's make it green. Actually, hang on. Does that mean... Yeah, that means it has no EMC value. But any will work, right? I assume any of them will work. So I'll make that. Okay, let's just go upstairs. I can make a bunch of extra spells now. Okay, let's get to work. Pierce. Conjure Mage Light. Then AoE. Then Dampen. Okay, now I need more experience again. Let me grab that real quick. Finally, I'm putting all this experience I gathered to good use. Took me long enough. We're investing big time. Craft. After all this time, only took me 76 streams, I finally learned how to craft in Minecraft. Pull? It was just mine before, yeah. Can't believe it took me so long to learn craft. Okay. What's that? Applies Wither debuff, I see. Oh, there's stuff for leather. Summon steed. Summons a saddled horse that will vanish after a few minutes. AoE will increase the amount summoned, while extend time will increase the duration of the summon. Apply summoning sickness to the caster. Cannot cast while affected by the sickness. Okay, so 4 leather and 8 glass is still something I need to take up here. What was it? Was it something like gather or collect? No. What's the one I needed? Oh, there it is. Item pickup. Picks up nearby items in a medium radius. When the spell is activated, range may be expanded with AoE. There we go. It's real Vex. Oh boy. I can't wait for shit to get real. Okay, so 8 glass and 4 leather I definitely still need to get. Ignite is also pretty easy. A flint and steel and 3 coal. Fire and mobs on fire for a short time. Sensitive will stop the spell from igniting blocks. Okay, so let's grab those things. One, 2, 3 coal. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 leather. One, two, three. Glass. Flint and steel. Alright, I got the flint and steel. Again, I'm still not too sure how I feel about the fact that we have mobs spawning in our base now. Even if it's just passive ones, I don't like the idea. Maybe I do. I'm not sure about the idea. Anyway. Summon Steed. Okay. Conjure Mage Block. Get a until you get the mutant mod. Is mutant creatures on 119 too? Probably. In which case it's only a matter of time until it gets added, huh? Ignite. Can't wait to turn into the mutants and have basically none of the advantages and only the disadvantage of the big hitbox. Okay, I think everything else needs some kind of material from Ars Nouveau. Like, I think there's nothing else that purely needs vanilla items, except this, which needs the rabbit's foot. Okay, then. Guess it's time to figure out how to make some of this stuff. Okay, fire essence. In an imbuement chamber. Okay, I already have an imbuement chamber. So I need to turn a source gem with flint and steel, gunpowder, and torch. Again, this stuff doesn't get consumed, right? Because the source gem doesn't get consumed during this either. It just gets imbued with the essence, which means I should just have one of everything I need to transform stuff up in the chests here. So that's one source gem that definitely needs to stay there. Okay, then let's grab everything I need for future imbuement. So I have everything handy for when I need it. So let's grab another flint and steel. What else did it need? Torch I already have, and gunpowder. Okay. Generation essence. Milk, sugar, and fermented spider eye, which I haven't made yet. What about manipulation essence? Clock, button, redstone dust. That's easy. I need a stone button though. There it is. Redstone dust. Then earth essence. Iron, dirt, or well, any kind of, yeah, and any kind of seed. Okay. Still can't believe I can't type in dirt. Seed. So that's the earth essence. We already checked fire. Water essence. Water bucket, obviously. Kelp and snow. Okay. Air essence. Feather, a Walden wing, and an arrow. I should have a Walden wing as well. Yep, I have exactly one. Perfect. Okay, let's take this stuff up. So for the that's to ignite. That's water. Earth was the one that also needed iron, I think, right? Yes. Fire, water, earth, wind. Right, that was the arrow, feather, and wing. There we go. Clock, button, redstone dust for the manipulation, correct? Yep. I want to have it nice and sorted so I can easily get it later. Did I not grab a second water bucket? Huh. Weird. Anyway, let's see. Conjuration essence. Walden horn, shards, and book. I think I can make that too. Right. Horn. Drink me shards, that is that what I need? No, I need star buckle shards specifically, so I can't make it, damn it. Abjuration, what did that need again? Right, fermented spider eye. How do I make that? Oh, that's pretty cheap. Let's get to work on that. Immediately grab 2 sugar, 1 for crafting and 1 for the essence itself, right? Yep. This is a bucket. And a mushroom still. Okay. Okay. Put it in. And there we go. That's another thing I can make now. Okay, so I can make basically every essence except for conjuration essence. That's progress. Also, while I'm here, I'll just grab a stack. I'll take some amethyst shards up, because let's face it, I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna need them. Oh, by the way, guys, guess what? Playlist broke. That's what I get for trying to get somewhere in the middle of the playlist. Before I fix it, let me just put some stuff in here real quick. Leave that running while I fix the playlist. Okay, we're back. Such a weird assortment of items. Okay, let's think about what I want to go for. I mean, I do kind of just want to unlock everything, so... What is that? What does that need? Is it the splitter? What is that? I think it is. So what do I need to make the splitter? A source relay, nether quartz and lapis. Oh, that needs source gem block, so that's expensive. So we'll come back to that at a later date. Got it. Okay, so I think... Okay, let's think of some of the stuff we're gonna make. Okay, so... A hoe, if I make earth gem, that's fine. And fell, if I'm... Okay, so... Iron hoe, diamond axe. Harvest entire trees, mushrooms, cactus, and other vegetation can be amplified to break materials of higher hardness to increase the number of blocks that may be broken at one time. So let's make a diamond axe and an iron hoe real quick. But I will also replace this again. And then we'll go. Okay. So much magic. Magic, magic, magic. We're just unlocking one thing after another here. And with all these unlocks, I still haven't put together a single spell. Okay, I'll let that turn, and then we'll make our first thingy. So, we need earth, which means I'm gonna need to grab this stuff. Let's see what some of the other stuff is as well. Interact. Interacts with blocks or entities as it were a player. Useful for reaching levers, chests, or animals. Sensitive will use your offhand item on the block or entity. Okay, interesting. Knockback is just knockback, right? Knocks a target or block away for a short distance from the caster. Sensitive will stop this spell from launching blocks. Launches entity or block into the air. That's what you were talking about. Can be used for large jumps, eating mobs in the sky, or scaling mountains. Sensitive will stop the spell from launching blocks. Okay, it's time. Let's start switching these out. No? No recipe found. How about now? They must be within the 1 block cube around the chamber. Really? Why does it work for the other thing but not for this? Are you kidding me? Why does it work if I make source gems but it doesn't work? Well, that's stupid. Iron, dirt, and any seed. With a source gem in the middle. If pedestals are required, they must be placed within the 1 block cube around the chamber. So does that mean they have to be here? But then again, why does it work if I'm making source gems? You're kidding. That's so weird though. It works when making source gems. Why does it not? Oh god. This is absolutely moronic mod design. Who made this shit? Why is it so fucking inconsistent? There's no need for it to be this inconsistent, yet it is. I hate it. I'll try it out 1 block further out after it finishes this, because now I don't want to interrupt it. I also have to grab some more experience anyway, right? Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that requires 3 levels. Ba-dum-bum-bum. gonna check. I trust you, but I'm gonna double check anyway. Mycelial source link generates a moderate amount of source from any food, generating more for more nourishing food. Sourceberry food is far more than other mundane foods. Additionally, the mycelial source will convert grass or dirt in the 3x3 area below it into mycelium and will grow mushrooms around it, given that the space is empty. Source link will also pull items from nearby pedestals. What do you mean it will pull items from nearby pedestals? Not exactly what I want. Also, what does it consider nearby? Like, how close does the source link need to be for this to speed up? Can the source link just be like in the general vicinity? Like, can I put the source link over here, for example, and it'll work? I'm not familiar with how it works, okay? Try it like that. I think you can link them, but maybe need a special item. A source relay, probably, right? Enables the transport of source between source jars and other source relays. To pull source from jars, use the Dominion wand on the jar. Send between relays and relay to jar. Some expensive stuff. Oh, it's done. Okay. Okay. I hope it works like this. Let's try it out. To see if this distance is acceptable. No! Nope. Okay, that's actually just stupid design then. Especially because it works. It works when making source gems if it's further away. But for anything other than source gems, you need... It looks so ugly! It looks so fucking ugly if it's just like this. Why? Why was it designed in such a stupid way? Harvest. Maybe a glitch, but it specifically says it needs to be in the one block space around it. Like, if pedestals are required, they must be placed within the 1 block cube around the chamber. Absolute stupid design that I will never understand because it clearly works with other stuff. It clearly works with the source gem. Other mods also have it so you can have stuff placed further away. But no, you need to have this be exactly around it. Anyway, right, I wanted to craft a thingy. Mushroom stew, 2 gold, 2 source. Yeah, okay. Let's make it. And then it just runs off of food, you said. And the only side effect it has is that it generates mushrooms in the area if it has space. Which is not a threat whatsoever. Yeah, but I don't want to run the risk of lava showing up here, because everything in the library is made out of wood. So... It could convert, I don't know if it can convert this stone into lava, but there's wood right next to it, so... Yeah. I hope this is in range. And now what do I do? Just put food in there, or... Like, how does it work? Do I right-click with food? Do I put food in a chest? Drop it on the ground. Ah, okay. Playlist is breaking a lot more today, but I assume that is because I'm not sitting at the end of the playlist. What did you say? I have to have the playlist to make it work. I have to have multiple tabs with the playlist open at different sitting in different points in the playlist, so it has every segment of the playlist loaded in some tab or another constantly. I'll have to remember that for next time then. Fell? Okay. Okay, let's try making some more source gems first of all. Okay, we place that here, and boom. What do you mean, no recipe found? Are you actually joking now? So you're telling me this thing needs to be further away? This has to be a joke. And that thing doesn't even work! And it doesn't even work for converting these! You don't? It does say so, however, hang on. See? It says source gem in an imbuement chamber. Is it? I guess I am stupid. Let's see again. Oh my god, I am stupid. Question though, why does it not work? Why does it not work? Huh? Why is it not doing its thing? Does it need to be placed closer or something? But it worked before! Oh my god, this is stupid. It's flashing, but it's not advancing any quicker. It's not doing it any quicker. What? Why? How? To me, that just looks like regular speed. I guess it might be a tiny bit faster. Because this thing advances pretty quickly compared to other stuff anyway. I guess I could make a second one. See, that still advances quickly. I really can't tell a difference here. Fine, I'll destroy it. Sure. It's destroyed. Look at that. Same rate. I legit cannot tell a difference. It consumes stuff, but it doesn't actually speed up the creation of source gems. So it just consumes stuff and gives me no benefit out of it. So this speed will be consistent. Welcome back, Neon. Make a source star. You can store source. Source jar. That's actually pretty cheap, so sure. So I'll put this there and then put like a jar in front of it or something. I'll go down and make a jar. And the wonderful thing is, source jars are actually infinitely manufacturable at my lovely transmutation table. So if I want to make more, I can, easily. So what was it? 2 glass and 6 slabs, right? Yeah. Okay, there, this here. Not a fluid. I'm getting so many achievements today. Like, this might be the most achievements. Okay, no, it's just 3, but still. 1 achievement a day is what I want to go for, and we're getting a lot today. Also, the thingy hasn't generated any mushrooms yet, which is nice. Maybe it can't even generate mushrooms because of the passive light level. Why do I hear water here? Oh! Is that water sound coming from the water feature over on the other side? That's quite a distance. Huh. Yeah. 1, quote unquote. Okay, so I can place the jar here. And now if I just do this, it'll fill it? Yes. Okay. That is nice. Hopefully it can consume all the carrots before they start despawning. Let's think about what we want next. Snare. Stop entities from moving and jumping. Extend time will increase the duration of this effect. Snaring a block created from the focus of block shaping will cause it to attempt to place itself immediately. Huh. Take the food away now. It will simply put some source in there because it's still converting. Okay. Ah! I saw something flash. But only once. I only saw a very brief flash. There it goes. Yeah, I think I have to leave it there. Anyway, so if I put this in... Yeah, it's still going at the same rate as usual. And it doesn't look like the jar is connecting up to it either. Good. So I'll leave that running. This will slowly fill up. And then once we actually make another new thing... once we make something else, then it should take from the jar and fill it up pretty quickly. I think. Probably. So, yeah. Once again, let us think about what we want. I think the snare would be pretty interesting. So for that, we're gonna need to grab some cobwebs. What else do I want? I might as well go for at least 2 things. I mean, conjure water might not be a bad idea. Places water at a location or extinguishes entities on fire. So we'll need a water bucket. And what did I say? There are 4 cobwebs. So we'll grab that stuff next, once this is done. Oh. Did it finish? I guess it did. Here's more. Okay. Let's go grab a water bucket and 4 cobwebs. The unlock rate of new spells has decreased dramatically, but we are still unlocking plenty of new stuff. All right. Just gonna pick that up and drop it again. Okay. So I need the water. That's snow, kelp, water bucket, source gem. And now it should take from this, right? Right? Maybe? I think? moved using a... Simply place the jar near your desired device. Closer? It worked if this thing was... I think it worked. Can I pick the... If I pick the jar up... If I pick the jar up, will it keep its fuel? I think so, right? Yes, it will stay? Okay. Let's try putting it here. Ah, that's close enough. It really needs to be super close for this to work, huh? Is that enough distance to at least work on this? Yes, okay. But that needs to be so close. Anyway, the other thing needed... What was it again? Earth, right. Earth essence. Meanwhile, conjure water. Select. Alright, I need to grab the experience first. Almost forgot. The correct relay, you can send up to 30 blocks. Okay, so I need a relay to send it, otherwise it needs to stand right next to it. Does it also work on this now? Oh, now it works on that! Weird, because this didn't... Okay, sure, whatever. Conjure water, select. Okay, that should speed things up considerably now, though. Snare. Select. Let's give you some more fuel. Freeze. Freezes water or lava in a small area or slows target for a short time. Freeze on ice will turn it into packed ice, and packed ice into blue ice. Sensitive will turn water into frosted ice and will vanish after a short time. Okay. So stuff I need. Actually, let's go element by element, I think, so I can avoid constantly having to cycle through what's in here. Let's try going element by element. So, if I want to go with water, I need 2 snow. Okay. There we go. 2 snow, ice, and... Oh, I can't make that one yet. I don't have any, powdered snow. I guess I should go for earth then, for now, because I think for earth I can make most of it. Alright, let's see what I need for that. There's nothing on page 2 yet. Not a lot for Earth either, huh? There we go. 3 seeds and 5 bone blocks. Okay, a piston and a grindstone. And that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's instant now. Okay, 3 earth, 5 bone blocks, piston, grindstone. And then I'll have all the earth spells unlocked. Let me quickly check. A grindstone, which I haven't learned yet, is a stone slab, 2 sticks, and 2 planks. Three, 4, 5. And then a piston. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's get to work. Earth. What? Yeah. There we go. Oh, hey, we have a bot. Also, hi, Jester, by the way. Okay, that's 1. Crush. Turn stone into gravel, gravel into sand. Will also crush flowers into bonus die. Need sensitive to work on items for full recipe support. CJ will also harm entities and deal bonus damage to entities that are swimming. Let's learn to crush things. Didn't that also need Earth Essence? Or I guess I already made it? Huh, anyway. And then finally... the last thing that needed Earth Essence... Grow. Causes plants to accelerate in growth as if they were bone mealed. I need to grab 2 more levels. Yeah, I'm doing magic stuff now. I haven't crafted any spells yet. I'm still in the process of learning everything. But I'm making progress. I'm slowly getting there. Alright. Boom. Grow. Select. Okay, what to go for next? Let's lay in something with thunder. Interesting. There's a lot of stuff that needs this element. What was that one called again? Manipulation essence, right, which was the... Okay, that was that one. There's a lot of stuff that requires that, so... I think we should go for that next. There we go. So that's redstone dust, clock, button. Boom. That thing is getting drained like crazy, I'm gonna have to admit. Rotate. Rotates a block or an entity clockwise. If augmented or sensitive, it will change the axis of the block if possible, or force the entity to turn the look. Dampen will rotate counterclockwise. Why yes, I am. I am currently. What, you're not happy with that? I can also be, would we be happier with Natsuki? I just figured the Creeper Girl is decent. A decent, solid choice for everything. I mean, why wouldn't she be? Okay, I guess we'll learn the spell Get Rotated, idiot. Can't believe I can now learn to make I can now learn Get Rotated. Okay. I should grab more food. But it doesn't hurt to leave this thing running in the meantime. But yeah, that ate like through 5 stacks of carrots already. To be fair, I am making a lot of stuff right now, so, you know. Anyway, most importantly... Actually, hang on, no, leave that in. There. Okay, so 4 ender pearls, a dropper, and a dispenser. Dropper. Okay. What else? Can't make that yet. Clock and repeater. There we go. Have a farm full of magic crops because that's more magical power. Yeah, I heard. I kind of saw that in the description that it's better for it, but I have a lot of carrots currently, so I might as well use them. Did that. Okay, an ender chest. Five TNT and a firework star. Okay. Gunpowder. Random dye. Let's make it yellow this time. Okay, what else? Button lever pressure plate, okay. Do I have? No, I do not have levers. Then let's take care of that real quick. There we go. Also, let's grab some more carrots. As many as I can take. And then we'll go back upstairs. Okay. Now we can make levers. Fun. Time to get back to work. On getting them sweet, sweet spells. I'm also gonna need to grab some experience for this. Okay, you're done, right? Let's switch you out. And provide some fuel for you. And let's see. Blink. Teleports the caster to a location. If an entity is hit and a caster is holding a warp scroll in the offhand, the entity will be warped to location on the warp scroll. When used on self, the caster blinks forward. Spell turrets and runes can warp entities from warp scrolls from adjacent inventories. Sounds complicated. I'll make it. There we go. Gonna need to grab more XP again, because that took quite a bit out of me. Next. Alright, let's see. Place block. Places block from the caster's inventory. If a player is casting this, the spell will take blocks from the hotbar first. Select. After all this time, I now finally learned how to place blocks! I just learned how to craft earlier today, and now I can place blocks. Can you believe it? I'm finally learning how to Minecraft. Took me long enough, I know. Alright, do your thing. Alright, up next. Toss. Cause the caster to place an item from their inventory to a location. If this glyph is used on an inventory, the item will attempt to be inserted into it. Sure. Boom. The dropper, there we go. Okay, I learned toss. Slowly filling this book out to the best of my abilities. Slowly but surely. Exchange. When used on blocks, exchanges the blocks in the player's hotbar for the blocks hit as if they were mined with Silk Touch. Can be augmented with AoE and amplifiers required for swapping blocks of higher hardness. When using one entity's location, the caster and the entity hit are swapped. Ooh, that sounds interesting. So I can switch positions with any entity? Curious. But I don't have the materials on me to make that right now. I'll have to go down for that again. Burst. I can make this one. Resolves the spell in a spherical area around the target. Augment with sensitive to target blocks instead of entities and dampen to make an empty sphere. Augment with AoE to increase radius. I do, however, need 3 more levels for this. That's a high level spell. But yeah, as promised, Spinner, basically the entire stream is dedicated just to this mod. Told you I'd do it. I promised, and a promise is a promise. And I actually do keep my promises. How are you already empty again? There we go. Ah, delay. That's another one I can afford. That was the clock and repeater one. Delays the resolution of effects placed to the right of the spell for a few moments. The delay may be increased with the extent. So basically, you said there was one that does more damage against airborne targets, right? So basically you can launch someone in the air, then delay, and then hurt airborne targets, essentially. Right? Intriguing. Select. Ah, levels. Delay. Select. It did not even consume the clock. Why does it sometimes not consume everything? It's weird, right? Anyway, what else do I still have? Right. The button. Pressure plate and stuff. Where was that? But there is no second page. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Interact. Select. And I can now interact. Okay, what next? Okay, 3 redstone blocks. An ender chest. 2 ender pearls and an emerald block. A name tag, okay. Let's grab that stuff. And also probably grab some more fuel. So right, the crafting changed for the ender chest. Just gotta look real quick. Right, needs malachite now, 4 of them. Okay. So what was it? 2 ender pearls, I think. Then it was just 3 redstone blocks, an emerald block. And a chest, there we go. What else was there? I made this. Can't make that yet. I made that. Make that. I am making this. Made this. I made this. I am making that. Ah, right. Name tag. Runic chalk. Okay, don't really have that yet. Sponges. Okay, can't really do that, but I can get cut. Which needs an iron sword and shears. So let's get that too. So today we're mainly just focused on unlocking as many spell components as possible. Not actually making any spells. But that's fine. Again, I like unlocking stuff. That's also why I like the transmutation table. Appreciate the lurk, Neon, really do. Wait. That's why I had the clock in my inventory. It stole it from here, nothing is running anymore. Thanks for the lurk. Gotta grab the clock again. Also, I forgot to grab fuel and the name tag. But yeah, I like unlocking stuff. That's also why, you know, I'm going after the achievements. I have the transmutation table now to look forward to. It goes off of nourishment, so potatoes aren't that good for it, right? Actually, hang on. What's the most nourishing item I have? Like if I compare. Steak, for example. That's 64 EMC apiece. How much is a carrot? The same. It's the same value as steak. And steak is twice as fulfilling. Okay. What else would be good? I assume a glistening melon is more... That's a lot more expensive, yeah. You know what? I'll switch to that. I'll switch to pork. Actually, you know how much... That's actually interesting for my food stuff, too. I can harvest carrots, throw them in there, and then get out the same amount of steak as I put carrots in. And it's twice as good for food. Absolute insanity. This should also now more efficiently convert, I would assume. Yeah, it's actually filling up while doing its thing. Oh, right, it isn't doing its thing right now. Duh. Yeah, no, it's still going down. Oh, but look, it's transferring so much more. Okay. Anyway, let's get to work. Name. Names an entity after the set spell name. Targeting a block will name nearby entities or name inventory blocks directly if possible. Targeting with self will name the held offhand item. Can be overwritten. Okay. Name. Select. I see. I now understand why it sometimes misses stuff here. Because when it needs something, it'll grab it from over here. That's why it randomly took the clock. At one point, while I was making something, I was like, huh, I wonder why it didn't consume the clock. Because it took the clock away from the pedestal. Okay, let's make cut. Simulates using shears on entities and blocks or damages non-shearable entities for a small amount. Amplify will simulate an axe instead of shears for simulating shears. See break, sensitive costs. Costs nothing! I like that. Makes it match stuff and make spells. That is gonna be funny. Absolutely. Redstone signal. Place a temporary block of redstone with configurable power and duration. Augment with sensitive to the power source. Amplify will adjust the power level from the base value of 10. Okay. Right. Experience. There we go. Clip of redstone signal. Up next. Access Ender inventory. Opens your personal Ender chest inventory from anywhere. Right, an exchange was another one I really wanted. There we go, that's exchange. The law of equivalent exchange. How many more do I need? Intangible. Causes blocks that temporarily turn into air. Can be modified with Amplify for blocks of higher hardness. Okay, so 2 ender pearls and 3 thingy. Phantom membrane. And that's probably the last one I can make currently. With this element, I mean. After that, I'll move on to another element. Question is which one? Two pearls. I said 2 pearls. There we go. Maybe I should move on to fire. So 1 firework star and 2 rockets. Fire charge and 3 TNT. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. So I need 2 blaze rods. And 2 firework. Okay, let's go down the line. 2 blaze rods. 2 fireworks. 3 TNT. And 3 fire charges. There we go. 2 flint and steel. 4 blast furnaces, which I haven't learned yet. Okay, how do you make a blast furnace again? Iron, furnace, and smooth stone. Okay. Blast furnace. Put that back in. Was it 4 or 5 I needed? I already forgot. 4. Okay. And it seems like everything from the fire element we can make. We have everything we can make from the fire element. Oh, fun. Oh, fun, oh, fun, oh, fun, oh, fun. Also, I should have grabbed more food. Anyway, first things first. Intangible. Perfect. Up next, taking all of this away. And then setting up everything for fire. Might as well also get it running already. But I am gonna need to grab more food. But for some reason I didn't grab while I was already downstairs. Oh well, I'll do it now. Should be relatively quick. Three stacks of steak. That should be quite a bit of fuel, I think. I'm also immediately gonna grab some more experience because I already know I'm gonna need it. There we go. Okay, first thing that I will make using the power of fire is, I guess Flare seems pretty straightforward. When used on entities that are on fire, Flare causes a burst of damage and will spread fire and deal damage to other nearby entities. Does significantly more damage than harm. Uh-huh. And I slipped away from it for a moment. Because I'm an idiot, there we go. Can be augmented with extend time amplify and AoE. Sure. Flare it is. Select. Also, I noticed you took that away again. Okay, I learned Flare. Whoop. Smelt. Smelts blocks and items in the world. AoE will increase the number of items and the radius of blocks that can be smelted at once. When amplified, will allow smelt to work on blocks of higher hardness. There we go. That's smelt. And up next, explosion! Cause an explosion at the location. Amplify increases the damage and size by a small amount, while AoE will increase the size of the explosion by a large amount, but not the damage. To be fair, I already have an explosion spell. But where's the harm in getting another one, right? Because I can combine this with other spells. Explosion. Okay, what's left? Right, there's the firework thing, so I need to make one more. Let me take this real quick. In any case, I'm gonna need quite a bit more source gems, so let's get to work on that right away. Takes a moment to actually finish the transformation sequence when it's already full, which is a little bit annoying. Let's make like 10 of them, and I think we should be good for now. And by let's make 10 of them, I mean let's make sure we have 10 in our inventory, and then I'll let one more convert, which we'll then immediately use for something else. Okay, that's 10 in our inventory. Let that finish. Alright, set it up again. And how much EXP do I need for the thingy? Let's just grab 10 levels and that'll definitely be enough. Okay, the firework one. Firework. Select. I didn't even check what it does. Creates a firework at the location or entity. Amplify will add firework stars, while Extend will add additional flight time. If a firework exists in the caster's inventory, the created firework will mimic the held one. Spell turrets will, with touch, will create fireworks as if they were dispensed. Okay. I guess next up we're going for wind. There we go. Okay, what wind spells? There's one that needs 3 iron swords. 3 wings that I'm not sure. I think I only had that one, so I can't make that. 3 pistons. That should not be a problem. An elytra and 3 diamonds. Let's see. Also. Okay, so an elytra, 3 diamonds, 3 pistons, 3 iron swords. Again, I'm gonna double check, but I don't think I have any more of those wings lying around. Yeah. One, 2, 3 pistons. 1, 2, 3 swords. 1, 2, 3 diamonds. And an elytra. Expensive, expensive. I know I have an elytra. There they are. I have one with Unbreaking 3 and Mending, and one just with Mending. So I guess that one will go. I hope it works if they're not fully repaired. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to fix this thing now. Okay. Glide. It works! We're good. Next, knockback. Okay, up next. Ooh, gravity I could make. Okay, wind shear. What does that even do? Deals damage to targets in— that deals damage to targets in the air with an increasing amount based on how high the target is off the ground, up to 10 blocks. Okay, I can make more. 3 anvils, 2 anvils and 3 feathers. Let's grab that stuff, and then we can make another spell. We're making so much stuff. Actually, let me check. What else is there? Oh, wait, no. Here we go. Okay, we made that. Oh! Lightning rods, okay, and Heart of the Sea. I'll work on that. Okay, how do I make a lightning rod again? It's just 3 copper. Okay, that's pretty cheap. The anvils, however, are gonna be a bit expensive. Oh, that's actually manageable. Okay, we've unlocked another rod. Was it 4 of them? I think so. No, it was 3. Okay, I still need 3 feathers and the Heart of the Sea. Ooh, expensive. Okay. Got it. Alright, I should also grab more food. Let's grab 2 more stacks of... Okay, or 3, I guess. You know what, if I grabbed an extra steak? Let me put those maize wafers away. I should just be eating steak. I still can't believe that carrots and steak have the same EMC value, even though one gives you twice as much food. Absolutely insane. Okay. Gravity. Causes blocks and entities to fall. When augmented with extend time, players will have their flight disabled and will obtain the gravity effect. While affected by gravity, entities will rapidly fall and take double fall damage. Gravity. Convert carrots into steaks? Exactly, that's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier. I can farm carrots, then toss them in and get an equal amount of steak, which gives me twice as much food. And then there was that strange storm one. There it is. Lightning. Summon a lightning bolt at the location. Entity struck will be given the shocked effect. Shocked causes all additional lightning damage to deal bonus damage and increases the level of shocked up to 3. Lightning also deals bonus damage to entities that are wet or wearing RF-powered items. Interesting! RF-powered items take extra damage? Nice little cross-mod compatibility. Can be augmented with Amplified, Dampen, and Extend Time. What would... Imagine if Dampen, instead of making it worse, makes the target considered wet. Also bonus... Yeah, to wet entities. Imagine if Dampen in this context makes the target wet, to then apply more damage. Anyway, let's learn that. We got a lot of progress done over here. I guess next up is... Which one of these is the one that I couldn't make? Okay, that's the one I can make. Abjuration Essence, the pink one. So, I can make... Dispel, which could be good. Removes any potion effects on the target when used on a witch at half health. The witch will vanish in return for a Wixie shard. Will also dispel tamed summons back into their charm. That's gonna be good for item gathering, because we're gonna need Wixie shards, I think, probably. Okay, we have this one. Okay, so 3 blaze rods. Again, I'll check it downstairs. I should just check downstairs. Anyway, for now, let me grab all of this. And put that back in here. Drop off my steak. And let's set this one up properly. Okay, so that one can get to work. We'll go downstairs. I'll try to get as many spell components done as I can today. Okay. Blaze rod, glass bottle. Make that 4 blaze rods, a glass bottle. Fermented spider eye. I still need a wither rose. 3 slime balls. Glyph of heal. Ooh. A golden apple and 4 glistening melons. Oh, that's an expensive one. Okay. Can't make that. Another blaze rod and spider eye, really? Huh. And then 3 milk. Okay. Nope. One, 2, 3. Okay. Lots of running up and down the stairs. Okay, let's get to work. Dispel. Thank goodness I placed it so the milk bucket is out of range. Actually, you know what? Let me place it so this is out of range too. Okay, dropping off more food. Visibility, I'm gonna need more experience again. I could make myself invisible and untouchable. Or, well, not untouchable, but I can turn into a ghost. I can make it so I can walk through blocks by making them temporarily disappear while myself being invisible. Interesting. Anyway. Hex. Applies the Hex effect. Hex increases any damage taken by a small amount while the user is afflicted by a poison, wither, or fire. Additionally, so it's basically just like the move in Pokemon. Additionally, Hex cuts the rate of mana regeneration and healing in half. Sure. Okay, up next. Invisibility. Causes the target to turn invisible for a short time. Pretty straightforward spell. Doesn't hurt to have. Hi Dormuse, I'm learning magic. Specifically, I'm trying to Nonatsuki form today. Nope. Today, we are a creeper. In waifu form. So yeah, I'm currently trying to unlock different spell components so I can then assemble spells and do magic. And amplify, pierce, already have that. Infuse. Infuse a target with a potion or flask from your inventory. If augmented with AoE, a splash potion will spawn at the location. If augmented with extend time, a lingering potion will spawn at the location. Caster blocks may pull from adjacent potion jars to cast Infuse. Okay, I'm gonna need more levels again. So let me grab those. Graifu. I mean, I do plan to collect more different waifus that I might be able to turn into. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing very well today. Okay, let's see. Infuse. Let's learn Infuse. Okay. More. Next up, let's learn Heal. That's an expensive one to learn. Heals a small amount of health and consumes hunger from the caster. When used on undead, the spell will deal an equal amount of magic damage. Okay. Select. Bike ride, grabbing a bite to eat and looking to wind down from the for the evening. That's fair. Absolutely. Hope the wind down will will go smoothly and you will not have any stress suddenly popping up. You never know when anything might happen. Okay, I think that's the last thing I can make. Yeah, I think after this I'm basically done for. When it comes to at least this particular element. Alright. That's now our source gem. Now let's further transform it. Things are working. There it is. More Abjuration Essence. And now... Bounce. Gives players the bounce effect, causing them to bounce upwards upon falling. Amplification of bounce will preserve additional forward-facing momentum per bounce. Sure. Select. And I can now bounce. Okay, that's most spell components learned. I think that's basically all the ones I can learn currently. Well, I guess I could learn freeze. But other than that, I'm basically pushed into a corner because I'm missing all the other materials. So, yeah. Should I try assembling a spell? Okay, let me think. So what if Where was it? Like, just thinking of a combination here. I'm not sure how many things I can put together, you know. What if I were to get... No... Where was it? Gravity... Where's the thing that launches someone into the air? Delay, harvest, ignite, interact, item pickup, knockback, harm, cut, craft, foul, dispel, break, conjure, burst, blink, invisibility, fire, explosion. Do I not have that yet? I don't think I have it yet, do I? Leap. No, that's not it. Launch! I don't have launch yet. Damn it. Okay. But imagine, okay, I have to pick, like, projectile maybe? I don't have launch. But imagine if I had projectile and then I go launch into delay. Like launch, delay, then, which was it? Wind shear, and then gravity. Wouldn't that be a fun spell? So you launch someone into the air, they then take increased damage while in, then they take a massive hit of damage while in the air, then get hit by gravity to get flung back into the floor for massive fall damage. I also don't have leap. Spinne. I have neither launch nor leap. Hoping to stream later, surprisingly, I'm having one more session to complete Planetcrafter. Nice! I hope that turns out to be true. But yeah, you talked about the wind shear combo. Yeah, but I feel like adding gravity as a finisher on top of it would just be like that extra level of disrespect. Okay, so launch, amplify, delay, wind shear, gravity. Is there a limit to how complex spells can get? Combine spells to make to do all things we just cast. It is basically a combination thing. So basically first you think, okay, do I want a projectile, self, touch, underfoot, or orbit? These are the general types of spells. And then you have like these certain like additional things, like you have an amplifier, a dampener, spell acceleration, you can add AoE and everything. Those are the yellow ones. And then the blue ones are the different effects. And you can combine all of these different things together to create a spell. So I could make a projectile spell that launches someone into the air, then has a bit of, actually amplified launch, then add delay, which is... Where was it? My sensitive AoE, blah blah blah, 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 blah. Where was delay? Randomized duration though. Anyway, yeah, then I add delay wherever that one was. I can search for it actually. There it is. Delay is a blue one apparently. And after the delay, it would hit them with wind shear damage, which is increased damage while in the air. And then gravity slams them into the ground while they're up there. That would be quite a fun spell, I think. But again, I don't have launch unlocked yet, and without that I'm kind of screwed. Do I really? I'm gonna double check to make sure. Maybe I have Rabbit Hide lying around somewhere and I can make it. Let's find it out. Let's find out. do not. I hate that I'm about to do this, but... Actually, do I have a looting sword? I do have a looting 2 sword. Let me check real quick if there were actually bunnies that spawned back here, because I think there might have been. Well, aren't you just cute? I mean, you're not a vanilla rabbit, but maybe you still have drops. They do! We're good! That's everything I needed. I can make the spell! Let's finish off strong by actually making a spell in that case. Okay, how many do I need for that again? I think it was made with air essence, so which means I definitely need to make air essence again. Yeah. Okay, so I need to make 1 more air essence, that's fine. I might turn into the small bunny. Okay, fine. No, that's not what it's called. Is it called a rabbit? A rabbit then? A dwarf rabbit. Oh god. I am small. Okay, let's make the spell component and then get our final. Then get our first spell. Here we go. Eh. There we go. Then we need wind. Come on. Eh. Like that. Like that. And an arrow here. Of course, we're running out of energy. Here, take more fuel. Select. Eh. Also make this one because it's good for travel. But didn't you say you needed a leap for that? And I don't have leap. Self-launch. You then corrected it. Wait, not launch, but leap. And I don't have that yet. I think I'd rather wait until I can make it the better way, where it doesn't launch me straight up, you know? Actually, you know what? I'll put that in here too. Okay, so now how do I actually make the spell? So, projectile? Launch? No, do I? Like, how does this work? Do I select? Okay. Oh, open my book, not the table. No, if I open just the book, it says invalid spell. But why? This has a different recipe now. Oh no, it didn't have a recipe in the beginning. Actually, how do I cancel this? To cancel it, I guess I just have to break it, don't I? Yeah, that cancels it, okay. It's a key. Where would that be? There. Spellbook, open book C. Ah! Okay. So projectile. Then... projectile cannot be augmented by amplify. Why not? Why can a projectile not be augmented by amplify? Yeah, I can. Interesting. I'll get back to that, though. Well, but... I don't want to have to touch enemies for it. Oh, before it, right. Before it. Okay, so now we need launch. There we go. Amplify. Also, I just now see that it's 10 slots. 10 slots for a spell, huh? Okay, so we have that, amplify, then we have... Wind shear? Also, that can also be amplified, right? Increases the power of most spell effects. Increases damage. You know what? Might as well amplify that too. Oh, and at the bottom I can see how much mana it consumes to cast the full spell. Is that it? Alright. Alright, hang on, I forgot something. Don't I need a delay? Yeah, I need a delay first. Hang on. I need delay first. There we go. Now I need wind shear. Amplify. Gravity. Like that? And what to call this spell? I don't know, the jump and dump? I don't know what to call it. Let's think about this. Yeah, we gotta test it out on some poor fool, absolutely. Yeah, color and sound, but first I need to think of the name. Why am I so bad with names? Anyway, let's see. Since it's my spellbook, I want it to be very green. Actually, I can just select this. Sound. I guess that works for that. Whoops. No, there we go. Works for me. God damn it, did the spell not save because I didn't give it a name? Yeah, because I didn't click create, because I was just focused on everything else. Let me reconstruct it real quick. Projectile. And then... what was it again? Wasn't leap, right? Yeah, it was, launch. Yeah. Launch. Amplify. Delay. Wind shear. Amplify. Gravity. There we go. And this is gonna be the Draco Meteor. I think that's a decent name, but I think I can think of something better. I don't know. I gotta think of a good spell name. Like, what's something you could shout out while casting and that would sound interesting? How about something like Divine Fall, or I don't know. Actually, you spell divine with an I, don't you? How? Now I gotta double check because now I'm confused. I haven't had to spell divine in a while. Yeah, it was with an I. So the Divine Fall. Because it raises you up and then you fall to the ground. Sure, whatever. Let's create the spell. Alright. For spellcasting purposes, it's Natsuki time. Let's find a poor fool to test it out on. Again, I have never cast a spell before. I mean, I could do it inside, but I think we have a little bit of a space issue in here, don't we? So I think we should go outside for it. Let's go to the village. Also, it's nighttime, so I think I'm gonna sleep real quick. No, 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 I want to use that. Said it's Natsuki time, and then Natsuki'd all over the place. Since I am Natsuki, do we think Natsuki would test it out on random poor villagers? Nah, I wouldn't be that mean. I'll test it out on the random wildlife instead. Okay. I don't know, I feel like they could go higher. That didn't deal nearly as much damage as I thought. Oh! Forgot it affects blocks. Yeah, I think I want to adjust that one a little bit more. Let's see. Can I move stuff around? No. Alright, fine. I'll clear it out real quick. Can I double amplify? You know what? Triple. Screw it. I can always remove one if it's, you know. Then delay. Then wind shear. Amplify. The spell is gonna be a bit more expensive to cast this way, but it's fine. Actually, you know what? Before anything. There. Might as well. Okay. Might as well use the full capability of this spell. Ow. Yes, you said I could test it without delay, but I think it needs the delay, especially if I amplify it this much. And gravity. Okay. Does amplify not stack? That really feels a little bit underwhelming. To be fair, it's not like it costs a lot of mana to cast. It immediately refills, essentially. It does stack. Huh. Because it doesn't feel like they're going much higher. Come on. Too early. It shouldn't gravity shouldn't trigger until after the thingy. Did I save it? Oh. Yeah, you're right. I am an idiot. There's the problem. Therein lies the problem. My idiocy. I see the problem now. Why did I forget? How did I forget? Anyway, launch. Amplify. 1, 2, 3. Delay. And shear. Amplify. Gravity. Save it. There. Fault lies with you. I know. Okay. But the spell is heavily improved now. This house has a bit of a problem, I think. Okay, just need one more test subject. Oh, yeah. Okay, that works. I think we can make it work now. They died in the air, though. We didn't even get the gravity kill on them. Not that I should complain, because killing them in the air is also pretty fun. Yep. I cast Divine Fall, and it's gonna work. Every time. Improved cow tipping. Would Natsuki be a cow tipper? There's a decent chance she would be. Maybe I shouldn't have skipped the night. Maybe I should not have skipped the night. Part of me feels a little violent. I could go for a villager. Because villagers' health should be comparable to that of most common monsters, so... I just hope no Iron Golem sees me doing it. Then again, I could also just go for an Iron Golem. What are they gonna do? They can't approach me if I juggle them. Alright, let's find someone. Okay, Iron Golem spotted. He is under a roof right now, so that's not a good target for Divine Fall. Come on, approach me. Approach me, I dare you. Perfect. Actually, do Iron Golems... I think Iron Golems don't take fall damage, do they? For some reason, I feel like they don't even take fall damage, so they're a bad target. I'll go for the horse. Hello, horns. Okay, horses apparently also don't take fall damage. Well, that's kind of rude. Why do they not take fall damage? I feel like they should. Okay, fine. Step out from under the tree, please. It was nice knowing you. What? Nobody takes fall damage? What? Hang on. Let me read that again. Gravity. To fall when augmented with expand time. Oh, no. While afflicted with gravity, entities will rapidly fall and take double fall damage. Where's the fall damage? It says they take double fall damage, but they don't take any. Whoops. Put the remaining slots into Wind Shear. I could, but then it wouldn't be Divine Fall. Is that a bug? Is it bugged and they don't take fall damage? Because they should take double. Yet they take none. I need to figure out why the fall damage isn't there. Windblade? It could be, but I really like what I came up with and I want it to work. You know what? It's about to turn to nighttime. That's gonna be good for some more experiments. Again, gravity. When augmented with extend time, players will have their flight disabled and will obtain the gravity. Ah! There it is. Found the problem. Extend time. Do I have that? Please tell me I do. Okay. I found the problem. Just to try. Okay. Gravity. Extend time. Wind shear is a bit weaker now, which is a little bit sad. But wind shear will still be strong due to the extra height. I could have sacrificed height instead, but if I sacrifice height, that would both weaken wind shear and the fall damage. By doing it this way, it only weakens wind shear and not both of them, so probably better this way. It's turning to nighttime. Let's find something to attack with this new version. I did save it, right? Yeah. Come on. Okay, the spider will easily be an immediate kill, so... Like that. It might just kill itself at this rate. See, wind shear is still strong even without the amplify, due to the triple amplify on the launch. Which? That just despawned as I was approaching it. Were you that scared of me? I was gonna attack you and kill you. How about that skeleton? That did not work the way I intended, once again. Really? I cast Divine Fall! Okay, I realize a problem with Divine Fall. You can basically only cast Divine Fall once. And after that, the target becomes immune to it. Whoa. It doesn't deal nearly as much fall damage as I would have liked. Like, why does it barely do any fall damage? It should. Is the fall damage just bugged? You know what? Hang on, I'm gonna try something here. Just purely out of curiosity. I forgot I removed the delay. Whoopsie. No delay is in there. Oh, but I'm an idiot. Hang on a second, I'll get to you in a second. I just need a moment to figure some stuff out. You stay down there as I fix this spell. Okay, let's try this again. Launch. Amplify. 1, 2, 3. Hang on a second. Just gotta make sure I'm not immediately gonna get jumped. Then... You know what? Amplify again. Amplify again. Gravity. Extend. Create. What? Because I forgot the delay. I get it. Give me a moment. I'm trying to fix stuff here. Okay. Again. Now it works. But how did that not kill? How did that not kill at all? Oh my god, that shit is weak. I thought I had a decent idea, but gravity apparently is weak as shit. And that's with double damage. You know what? One more thing I can try out. Delay. Gravity. And then amplify. And extend. What if I amplify the effect? A little bit less height, but amplified effect. That still doesn't do it. Okay, yeah. Divine Fall, clearly not as good as I would have hoped. How did I miss that one? Okay, let's return to base. I spend enough time walking around randomly. So what did we learn? Divine Fall, decent in theory, does barely anything. Actually. I mean, come on, how is that double fall damage and it still doesn't do anything? Fine. I'll just do it this way. I mean, you see what I just did here, right? You see literally what I just built. It's basically what you said, except I have a little bit of projectile speed added. Rising Slash, I think that sounds decent enough. Alright. Now let me grab my fishing rod and stuff so we can finish as we always do. With me being in position to go, well, fishing. What? I am actually a moron. Didn't even grab the fishing rod. And then I tried to type fishing rod in again, knowing fully well that pressing I exits out of this menu for some ungodly reason. No, I was right back here. Okay. I am in position. So we're good. I went a little bit longer today because I really wanted to try out my spell and fine-tune it towards the end. And that didn't really end up working out too well, sadly. Anyway, I don't know quite yet when the next Minecraft stream is gonna be. You can trust me when I say that we are doing more, obviously. But yeah, not sure yet when. I'll let you know once I figured it out. Anyway, how about we raid Chthon again? We raided him recently during Minecraft streams. And it makes sense because Minecraft and Minecraft. So, yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do that. Alrighty then. So everyone, be aware that tomorrow we're back to FNF, the usual Friday stuff. So, hope you're excited for that. And after that, on Saturday, we're getting close to the end of Last Defense Academy. So I hope you're excited. You better be there, because this is the game I'm looking forward to the most on this channel. Yeah, Minecraft is fun. FNF, I mean, you know, it's FNF. And Last Defense Academy is the best game I'm currently streaming by far. We can all agree, I think. Okay, I'll see you then. And I'll let you know once I have an idea of when the next Minecraft stream is gonna be. In any event, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you around next time. And of course, if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, you know the drill, I say it every single time, so you've probably heard me say it quite a few times already. In any event, I'm gonna say it again, because I always do. Don't mind me. Yeah, if you do want to catch me live in the future, description down below, link to Twitch, stream every Friday and Saturday. And sometimes other days of the week too, although that is a little bit more irregular. In any event, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll hopefully see you around next time. Till then, have a good one, and goodbye.